Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper and this is the home of That's Just Prime, the comprehensive Optimus Prime review series. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out at me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine videos, unboxings, blogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click that subscribe button and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'll be doing the first of several modifications on the Spengler Neutrona wand. This is the newest one that came out to mass market, and originally I hadn't intended on picking this up. However, there's a YouTube viewer that reached out to me, we got to talking, and thanks to him, I am now working on a new Proton Pack build, and that is a project that I'm working on the side, and I'm filming that one as I go, and hope to put up a project video of that one once we near completion of it. So once I knew that I was going to be working on that pack, I went ahead and pulled the trigger on this wand. I figured, let me check it out, let's see how it looks, how it works, and all of that. So pretty happy with it, pretty satisfied. It's a pretty cool, fun wand. I am going to be doing several modifications to it in terms of lights and sounds and get it working with the actual pack that I'm going to build. Today, the first modification that we're going to do is the grip tape on the back. So as we know, in the upcoming Afterlife film that's getting ready to come out, Egon's gear is found in like some basement or something like that. We don't know all the details yet. And some patchwork, if you will, has been done to it. And some of that work is some grip tape that's been put on the back handle here. Now, the one that comes with the wand is just this kind of like a soft rubbery plastic that simulates that rubber okay-ish, but we're gonna do something a little different to that to make it look a little better, a little more screen accurate, at least to the pictures or the production pictures that we've seen so far. So we're gonna be removing that. We are gonna be filling in the handle with a 3D printed piece. This is a piece that I found online. I'll put a link to this below. These guys are not sponsoring me. They didn't send this to me. I purchased this all on my own, but I will go ahead and put a link to the handle down below. It is a 3D printed piece. Buyer beware on this, however, because while the piece is printed really well, it looks fantastic, the packaging was not great. It was just put in this small, like a bubble envelope, and when it arrived at my mailbox, it was actually broken. So I had to patch this up and fix it. And I filled it in. I did do some filling in, some sanding and painting and whatnot to match it up with the gun. That was just a personal choice, and I'll go over that during the actual project video itself. But that's enough of me rambling on. Why don't we get over to the workbench and start working on modifying the wand. So here we have the wand now on the workbench, and like I mentioned, we're going to start by removing this grip tape-ish. Like I mentioned, this is a soft rubbery plastic, so we're just going to cut that open with an X-Acto knife. And it looks like the best place is going to be right here where the handle meets the grip itself. Looks like there's a nice wedge there, so I'm just going to start cutting right there. And as you can see, I'm just going very carefully about this. This is my first one of these that I've ever cut into, so I am being careful about it. However, you can see it is going through relatively easy. There we go. I should have just enough. It seems like I got most of it here at the top. Let's start up again. That ought to do it, I think. There it is. So now this whole grip is going to come off. And wow, you can see some of the glue marks here from the factory. That's kind of bad there. But yeah, there you go. That came off relatively easy. So now we are going to go ahead and fill this in with this handle piece that I picked up. Like I mentioned, this is a 3D printed piece. And mine, the way they packed it, you can see it was 3D printed in blue plastic. When I received mine, they just put it in this bubble envelope. So when I got it, it was broken already, so I had to glue it and patch it up and whatnot. Now, I did fill it in and sand it and paint it to match up the rest of the gun. This part is not necessary. If you're just going to replace this and actually wrap it with the tape itself, then you don't need to do any of that. You can just pop it on just as it comes, pop it in, wrap it with the tape, and you're done. I did want to go ahead and fill it in and paint it and match it so that I can give myself the option if at some point I want to remove the tape and do something different with my thrower, I have that option. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this on, and we're going to go glue this on, and then I'm going to paint match it. I think I got it wrong. I think it goes this way. There you go. So, yeah, there you go. That's what that's going to look like. I am actually going to glue it on, and then I'm going to weather it a little bit and paint match it a little more before I'm ready to put the grip tape on. Okay, so here we have the one now with the handle piece glued on. I went ahead, glued it on, and then I also touched it up with some paint and just kind of faded it and blended everything in. I did a little bit of a wash with a silver paint just to kind of blend everything in. And I'm pretty happy with that. It's not perfect, but that's okay because I am going to cover it up with the tape. However, in the future, if I do decide to take the tape off and do something different with this gun, I am going to need to come in here and sand this down somewhat and just kind of even that up. And I'll probably touch up this seam here, this gap, and just kind of straighten it out a little more if I decide to do that in the future. But again, these additional steps are not necessary. If you're just going to cover it up with the tape, you can just glue it on there or slap it on and put it and just kind of hold it down with the tape. So what I'm going to do now is I have the gaffer's tape here that I ordered, and this is OD green. It's 1 inch. So I'm going to start from the back here, right where this seam is at, is where I'm going to start taping. I'm going to go all the way forward to the next seam and then back again, and then we'll see what that looks like once I'm done. So there we go. We've got the tape all set up, done there. And yeah, I am very, very happy with that. I like the way this looks a lot better than it did with this rubber piece. This wasn't terrible, but this looks a lot better. I think this looks 1,000% better already. So yeah, there are some wrinkles and whatnot on there. It's kind of tricky to get over these finger holes or these finger divots here and actually keep it you know, formed to the actual handle itself. It actually took me a couple of passes to get the tape right just the way that I liked it. And again, yeah, you're gonna have a couple of wrinkles there. That's natural, and that is the way it's supposed to look. It's supposed to look worn and beat up. So very, very happy with that. I think that is a big improvement. Now at this point, I could probably do some sort of a wash or some sort of a weathering effect on this to kind of make it look a little more dirty and worn. However, I am going to be doing some other mods on this gun, and I am going to be using it and wearing it with my gear and all of that. So I think I am just going to let nature take its course and let the worn out effect actually happen naturally. I have a suspicion that using this method, eventually this tape is going to wear out to the point where it's going to need to be replaced again, as it would in the real world. So I'm just going to let that happen naturally. Very happy with the way that that 3D printed piece formed. I'll go ahead and leave a link down in the bottom. Again, they're not endorsing me or anything like that. It's just something that I found online via another YouTuber. I was watching another video and they posted a link to it. I checked it out. I liked it, so I just ordered it. I think the piece worked out well, except for the packaging. You know, like I mentioned, it just came in a little small bubble envelope, so it was broken when I got it. I had to repair it, so that was a shame. But other than that, yeah, I'll put a link to that if you want to order that. And of course, the gaffer's tape, you just, you know, buy that online. And very, very happy with that. So again, if you're interested in following any more of these updates or any more of these mods or build projects that I do, I will be posting them as I go. I do have a couple already where I've built or I've worked on my daughter's Spirit Proton pack. I'll be working on this gun some more and then working on that 3D builded or the 3D printed pack rather. So I'll be posting links and videos to all of that as I go along. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got that donate button up there. If you want to hit on that, I certainly would appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.